Well, hello YouTube, Eugene here with a review on the Kaitou Sentai Lupinranger vs Keisatsu Sentai Patranger Kaitou Henkei Gun DX Lupin Magnum. Yes, friends, let's go ahead and take the box. Right here it says Kaitou Sentai Lupinranger vs Keisatsu Patranger. Right here it says Kaitou Henkei Gun DX Lupin Magnum. And right here this icon does indicate we do have sounds with the Lupin Magnum. Right here we got some nice shots here of the Lupin Magnum in the gun mode and the robot mode. And we got a nice shot here of the three Lupinrangers coming at you. So here's the bottom of the box. Here's the side of the box. Here's the other side of the box. Here's the top of the box. And here is the back of the box, friends. Pretty much everything I'm going to be showing you in this review of the Lupin Magnum. So let's go ahead, friends, and get to it. Alright, friends, here it is, the Lupin Magnum. And the Lupin Magnum made its debut in episode 34 of Lupinranger vs Patranger. And it's Arson Lupin's favorite collection piece, which was hidden in a secret hiding place that Arson made. The Lupinrangers in that episode were put to the test and ended up in Lupin Red's hands. The Lupin Magnum is a gun, and it has a robot mode. And it's known as the legendary gun of Team Lupinranger. So take a look at the legendary gun and the next addition to the Lupinranger's arsenal. And I gotta say, it's a fun toy and it has a nice feel to it when holding it on the end like this, even though I got big man hands here. And it's a nice gun, which is 7 inches long in scale, and in the toy standard it might be a little smaller than it is on the show. But anyway, it is what it is. And so the color scheme is in red, and pretty much the main color for the Lupin Magnum here. Got some nice silver paint right here on the front of the gun for the barrel. And then right here on the side here, there is the Lupinranger emblem. And we got some nice gold paint right here. And then on the top here, there is some more nice silver right here. And then there's some green right there. And you can see the robot arms are just sticking out like that. And of course, you know, more molded detailings here. And so, anyway, right here on the handle here, it's got some nice gold paint. And on the trigger, it's in red here. And then right here on the back here is the dial, of course. Got this nice gold band around the dial here. Got some nice metallic blue right here and here. And so here's the other side of the gun, pretty much the same from the other side. You can see now we have, on this side, we have the battery compartment, which does take those little LR44 batteries. So in other words, it does not have the on and off switch, but it does have this little white tab you can pull out and activates the sounds. More molded detailings here, more gold right here, and then here is the Lupinranger emblem again, but it's not painted. So, which is something here because one side is painted and the other one is not painted. But it is what it is. And one thing I do want to show you, it does have the connecting ports on both sides, pretty much for the robot mode of the Lupin Magnum. So, also on the top, it does have a rail system. And of course, stamped by the rails is 053. And then on the top, 2438603. And pretty much it doesn't need a rail system because it has this little button right here, and pretty much when you put it in the VS changer, this will go down and you activate the sound. So basically these railings do nothing, but when you hit this button right here, it'll do the sounds in the Lupin Magnum, and mostly the sounds in the Lupin Magnum. Of course, got more nice molded detailings here and here, and then, you know, right here. And then, you know, nice motor detail right here. I forgot to show earlier. And then here's the bottom. Nicely done. You can see got the clips here because these pieces here, this part here is the legs to the robot mode. And you'll see that whenever I do the robot mode. And of course, you can't crank this. So yeah, a really cool looking toy. And I cannot wait for you to hear the sounds that come off of the VS changer. And pretty much just hearing the sounds when it's in the VS changer thanks to this little button here. Now let's go ahead and do the sounds with the Lupin Magnum when it's in the VS changer. But now I'm going to go ahead and just pull this white tab to hear some random firing noises. So here we go. Oh, and I forgot to mention earlier, the speaker is right here somewhere where the sounds is, but we'll see more of the speakers when we do the robot mode. But anyway, so now let's go ahead and hear some fun with the VS changer. So we'll go ahead and just slide it like we usually do. So here we go. Oh yeah. Love that standing by sound. Hit the trigger. Love it when he says Lupin Fever. Now, the Lupin Magnum has 3 modes, friends, and when you crank up this dial, you'll hear him count in a different language. So, anyway, it's really awesome. But let's go ahead and do the first mode. And we'll hit the trigger. And of course, friends, you don't have to worry about doing like a full 360 turn around the dial. You can just do it like this way and go back. And let's do the second mode. Hit the trigger. And now the third mode, friends. Here we go. Now there is a randomized noise in the Lupin Magnum, and it pretty much happens when you continue to stay on the very first mode. So let's do it. Hit the trigger. And it may go on for a little while longer. And that's the randomized noise there. And we seen that in like the, I think it was in episode 34, I believe, of Lupinranger vs. Patranger. And it's, as you can hear, the sounds have a nice little fireworks in the background. It's really cool though. But I do like that mode. But like I said, it's very randomized, and it only happens like in that very first mode when you, like whenever, after you hear or 1. Now let's crank this up here. And I'll hit the trigger one more time. Now, of course, nothing really happens whenever you you change the modes for like Lupinranger. Here's Lupinranger in the VS changer. Doesn't really do anything. And here it is with the Patranger side. And of course, nothing. So your best bet is to have the VS changer when it has the Lupin Magnum in it positioned this way. So that's pretty much all the sounds of pretty much with the Lupin Magnum in the VS changer. But I do gotta say, I do like it how they have the guy that does the sounds in this changer here count in French, and I like that. I really like that. I think it's very unique. They threw this in this weapon pretty much. So anyway. Now let's go ahead and do the transformation of the Lupin Magnum in its robot mode. And so anyway, right here on this dial here, you can see there is a non-painted arrow there. And so pretty much here, all we got to do is match the metallic blue arrow on this side of the dial along with the non-painted one. And this transformation is going to be rather quick. And so let's go ahead and do it. And we'll be hearing some nice standing by sound. So here we go. That nice standing by sound. And so let's go ahead and do it.
Kaitou Henkei. Lupin Magnum.
So here he is, friends, Lupin Magnum in his robot mode. And I'm going to be completely honest with you, friends. I am not a fan of the toy standard. Something is a little off with it, but again, I'm always a big fan when it comes to how I like their suits in the show. So I pretty much like him in the show instead of the toy standard. But I mean, it is what it is. And anyway, but Lupin Magnum in his robot mode is giving me that Tetra Boy vibe from Chojin Sentai Jetman, mainly because, you know, Tetra Boy is a robot and he can transform into a bazooka. As to this, the Lupin Magnum, he can transform into a gun, to a robot, similar to that. But I mean, you know, it is what it is. I think it might be the design that's kind of off in the toy standard, but I do actually like what I see here as far as the colors on the robot mode. But anyway, I'm going to get a little close up now, and I'm going to get him close to the camera so we can see his face, because he looks really good with the paint and everything. But anyway, the face sculpts look really, really good of the Lupin Magnum in his robot mode. Got the nice metallic blue and some nice gold here and the green here. And then on the shoulders, got some nice gold here. And of course right here, this is where our speaker for the sound is. Got some nice silver right here and some nice gold here. And then going on down here, you can see got some nice silver here. And then the feet got that nice green. But anyway, and like I said, I mean, it's not like I really am not saying I don't like Lupin Magnum. I do love Lupin Magnum in both modes. And, you know, the gun I mostly prefer, but, you know, like I said, in the show, it's just it's a different story, you know. I prefer him in the show. But anyway, and then right here you can see on his hand, he got like a little laser here that he uses in the show. I don't know if you remember in that very episode, which is episode 35 of Lupinranger vs. Patranger. But anyway, and then here is the back. At first, I was not a fan of the back, mainly having the handle and the dial stick out like that. But we pretty much see that in the show, so I'm cool with that. But one thing I do want to show you is this here, and I want you to hear. You see, now that we got the painted arrow evenly with the non-painted arrow, we can go ahead and raise this up again. It makes that sound. So we'll do it again. So now I'm gonna go ahead and just let you hear the sound this time without me transforming this guy. So here we go. And here we go.
Kaitou Henkei. Lupin Magnum.
Huh. One other thing I do want to talk about, friends, and I almost forgot to show this, but he does have articulation in the arms pretty much, and that's all where he has it pretty much. And you can pretty much do a full 360 in both arms. You can do like little, you know, swivels here, I guess you can say. It does not have any knee articulation or waist articulation, so it's just mainly in the arms, and not really a total bummer when it comes to articulation with this guy here. I mean, he's only 7 inches long, same scale as the when he is in the gun mode. So anyway, well, now we'll go ahead and do the transformation with Lupin Magnum, Blue Dial Fighter, and the Yellow Dial Fighter to become Lupin Magnum Superior. So it's pretty much easy. Just have the arms like this and the arms like this, and you're pretty much ready. So all we gotta do now is connect the Blue Dial Fighter and the Yellow Dial Fighter. And so here we have Lupin Magnum Superior, I believe they call this mode. And this was a mode that appeared in episode 36 of Lupinranger vs. Patranger. And it's pretty much, you know, 2 dial fighters combining with the Lupin Magnum to give us additional power. But, and I do like the fact that, you know, this guy's pretty much in place of pretty much Lupin Red's mecha. So pretty much think about it with Lupin Kaiser, you know, and then adding the Red Dial Fighter. This is in place of it. I mean, it's no big difference. I mean, looks really, really cool here. And of course, the articulation here, you're going to have to do it a little different here by holding the arms like this to do the articulation with the dial fighters. Pretty much with the yellow and the blue dial fighter. But in a way, I do like this mode. It looks really cool, and then it's giving us more of a splash of color when it comes to the Lupin Magnum, pretty much in his robot mode. But it looks really good here. So. Well, friends, my final thoughts on the Lupin Magnum. I pretty much gave you all my input, alternative view I feel about it and everything. But all I can say is it's a decent toy here. I mostly prefer the gun mode than the robot mode. Like I said, I feel the design is a little bit weird in the toy standard, and I feel it looks better in the show than the toy standard. And so it's not a bad toy at all, friends. And so and I'm kind of hoping, even though the Lupinranger has a new weapon in their arsenal, I hope to God Patranger gets a new weapon in their arsenal too in the upcoming future. Keeping my fingers crossed. But anyway, but I do enjoy the sounds that come off the Lupin Magnum, and pretty much the sounds that come off the Lupin Magnum in the VS changer, like this. So anyway, friends, I do highly recommend this, and I hope you have a better luck on finding this than I did. I had to actually make other alternatives and go to eBay, because I had mine on pre-order and they were having issues on it from HLJ. So I hope you all have good luck on trying to find this. So anyway, all I can say is, friends, good luck and happy hunting. And the Lupin Magnum is a fantastic toy, so please go pick this up. And so anyway, well, friends, as a review, please check out my blog, follow my Twitter, and to like my Facebook, and make sure, friends, you hit that bell icon when I'm uploading a video. And of course, my friends, this review on the Kaitou Sentai Lupinranger vs Keisatsu Sentai Patranger Kaitou Henkei Gun DX Lupin Magnum. I hope you enjoy. Well, friends, I'm Eugene. I'm signing out, and I hope you have a good day. And my friends, I'll most assuredly see you next time. Bye.